We have to take every stop.
La Crosse, Wisconsin. That's the CBA before the D League.
What was that like?
Hell.
Nasty work.
Hell.
Nasty work.
12 guys in the 8-passenger van, driving 8 hours to play a game and driving right back. It wasn't no hotels. It was the worst. And I got cut.
Say the next name.
Sydney Kings, Australia.
Okay.
I broke my foot 2 weeks there.
Back after 2 weeks?
Home.
Back, where'd you go?
I came back home to Port Arthur.
Okay.
To Texas. Went back to Texas.
So rehabbed.
Yeah.
The next year, where you at? Venezuela?
Venezuela. One of the best, some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. Marinos de Oriente. Yeah, Venezuela.
Had a good time out there.
When I made $35,000, I came home with $2,000. Gave it all to the women. I would have gave them the $2,000, but I just had to have something to come. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
There could be some.
I miss y'all.
There could be some young Jessies out there, could they?
I miss y'all.
Huh?
They treated me so well.
I heard.
Oh, Venezuela was something special.
For the low too.
It was crazy stories too, but for the most part, I loved it.
Could there be any offspring out there?
Maybe.
Possibly.
I mean, it's a strong possibility.
Next stop, Fort Wayne Fury. What league is that?
Fort Wayne is
CBA?
CBA too. Fort Wayne is CBA too. I got cut from there too because they wasn't dealing with. I was young, so you got to remember I came out of high school, so I was young.
So is it you don't know how to play in a team system? Are you tripping? Is it unfair? Like, what are these experiences and stops?
I was nowhere close to being a professional.
Okay.
Basketball was still a game to me.
Okay.
I wanted to be in the streets, play basketball at the same time.
Gotcha.
Couldn't do it.
That doesn't work.
Couldn't do it.
No. 2000, Pueblo Nuevo.
Shout out to Pueblo Nuevo in Dominican Republic. I won a championship there. Actually, we need to go back there because they building a statue for me. And they just wait for me to come back so we can take the show back there and have a good time. But
that's where the kids might be, because isn't that where they carried you from the arena all the way back to your crib?
So I was going to say that. So
talk to us.
That, charge it to my head and not my heart. If just reach out to me and I'll give shit right. Because I might have a few out there for real. Now that was different out there. They love the brothers out there for sure.
Great time, but explain how you won the championship and they carried you like a king all the way to your crib.
Yeah, so the city is all they have, bro. Is this basketball team. I'm talking about they die behind it. The games are so serious where if you're not sitting in VIP, you got to sit behind the gate. They got a gate because the people all the way up, they get drunk and they ready to fight over the game every night. You know what I'm saying? So and that's how they carried us, but. It was big because they really appreciated winning that championship. Like the whole city, like they carried us, bro, with my uniform on for about 10 blocks to my hotel.
That's
you know what I'm saying? They partied outside my hotel all night. But it's good because I get DMs from these people all the time. They still appreciate that championship, bro. And the fact that we're doing good stuff, now they still appreciate it.
Let's find a date and find out when they're doing your statue, and let's go out there.
That'd be dope, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
hopefully
sir.
we do it around like the playoff or championship out there. Could be a reunion. How many years ago was that? What year was that? 2000?
Yep.
25-year reunion, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Perfect time.
Yeah.
Perfect
so,
time.
Damn, your sons might be a little older, or daughters might be a little older. They might be 25, 26. Anyways, so how did you end up with the Nets?
Okay, so after trying out for 16 to 17 NBA teams and not making it, right before that, I was trying out for the Bulls. And it was last day of cuts.
Wait, did you go back in the draft, or you were kind of just like a free agent now?
I was just free agent.
Okay.
But I'm in the system. That's why I just wanted to get drafted. I'm in the system.
Okay.
Tried for the Bulls probably like 8 months before I signed with them. And I break my other foot. The day I went from wearing a penny to now I'm on the starting five.
You know, those are those stress fractures, right?
Yeah.
Those were going around that time a lot. Remember, like it was weird how like it went in waves of the injury. Yeah, like I meant. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I ended up breaking my foot, so I was
Jack didn't look like a motherfucker that ran 17s, but go ahead.
I broke my foot, and I damn near gave up. So my mom, she had to really, put something in me to get myself back going, and that's when I ended up getting an opportunity to play Summer League. I played Summer League. I can't remember the team who I played Summer League with, but I had a good Summer League. It might have been the Vancouver Grizzlies, and I balled out or something like that, and last minute, I got a call from New Jersey to come to camp. They had a full roster, a whole bunch of vets, so they was just using me as a body. I wasn't thinking that. Went there balling. Then I had, Steph. As soon as I got the starting point guard, Marbury, he embraced me. The number one pick was Kenyon Martin. That was already my boy. I was both being from Texas, so it was a nice fit. I had both of them embracing me. And I was playing well. I kept playing well. Until Byron Scott, like he said on the show, he was like, who is this young kid? You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting invited to camp and making a roster. Didn't know I was going to start my first game, but I was just happy to make the roster.
So you end up, and I forgive me, we've done so many interviews, I forgot, because for a while there was some hostility because you didn't understand his point of view. He said it on the show, but repeat, what was the reason why you weren't playing after you played so well? Because you made the you made the rookie All-Star game, right?
I was leading all rookies in scoring. Going into All-Star break. After All-Star break, we come back, he don't play me. And like I said, I was still trying to learn how to be professional, man. I didn't know the business.
Yeah.
He had to play the older guys. You know what I'm saying? At that time, me, as a kid, I'm just thinking he fucking over me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now, after talking to him, I understand now. Yeah, I understand now. He had to play those sorry-ass guys older than me. But I was busting their ass at the time. But they were my OGs. But if I didn't have Steph, Kenyon, and even Sherman Douglas there, I probably would have lost it. Because my grandfather had died for my first year. As soon as I got there, my grandfather had died.
Oh, yeah, that's somebody. We don't talk enough about that mental side of all the shit you're going through while still trying to
Stephen Jesse Jackson, I'm named after my grandfather.
Come on, man. So from that experience with the Nets, you're confident now, you know you could play in this league. You land with San Antonio. How does that happen?
So while I'm not playing, we play the Spurs in New Jersey. And it's a timeout. You know, it's halftime and they warming up. Mike Brown walks down to the Nets bench. He's like, keep your head. We come to get you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
out the blue, random.
Yep, tampering.
Tampering. Straight. Exactly what it was.
Came up to, hey, we come to get you.
Right.
Keep your head. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I ended up going to play summer league with them after that year. And that's why I ended up signing with the Spurs.
How long does it take you to start getting some real playing time on that team? Because that's a team that won a championship, obviously. So who was on that team? Remind us who was on that team. What year?
So this was
02?
So my first year there was 02, and I was on the injury list. I didn't play that whole year.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, me and Spider,
Speedy?
No, Charles Smith. Me and Charles Smith from New Mexico. He went to New Mexico. He from Dallas too. We both was on the injury list.
The whole season?
They was playing him a little bit, but I was on the injury list.
So you were just working out and
working out.
Were you grinding though, or were you on your bullshit?
No, I was grinding.
Okay.
Because this was like
Right.
in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I walked into a professional organization where it wasn't nobody to go hang out with and smoke. There wasn't nobody to hide with. You know what I'm saying? And then that year, they had just got Steve Smith.
Yeah.
Who else did we had? We had got Bruce Bowen, Danny Ferry, Steve Kerr, David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Ginobili, Tony, Malik Rose, Kevin Willis. You know what I'm saying? So we had Steve. So and that's I didn't start playing till I didn't start playing till 2002, 2003, the next year.
So how did that work? How did you get yourself in the rotation there?
So the following year I played summer league again. He Pop made me play summer league, and this was Tony's first year.
Okay.
This was Tony, and I went crazy in summer league. Go crazy to when I come back. You know, Tim kind of started embracing me more. We started playing paintball. I started hanging out with him more, and I spent the whole summer. This is the first summer in my whole life where I spent it working out. No, I was working out the whole summer. Didn't leave San Antonio.
That's not normally your MO.
Hell nah, I'm going to party, you know, do my thing. I didn't do none of that summer. To the point where I came in the season, I was
ready
right.
To go.
I was ready to go.
Yeah.
And about 18 games into the season, I was averaging probably like 15 off the bench.
That's dope.
And in Seattle, I would tell a story about Seattle when I was out with Rashard Lewis and something happened the night before, and I'm thinking Pop calling me in the room the next day to get on me about it, to cut me. Him and Tim sat in the room saying,
"This is pre-social media.
Pre-social
if it was this
media,
era, you would have been in trouble.
It would have been over with.
Because some fists were thrown. But go ahead.
He probably wouldn't even call him up there. It probably just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But him and Tim was in the room when he called me in the room. We was in Seattle. He was like, man, you've been playing well. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start you tonight. My whole attitude, I wasn't even thinking about starting because Steve Smith was my OG. That's who embraced me. You know what I'm saying? His wife used to cook for me and all that. He used to take me places. So walking in the locker room, I still was kind of uneasy. I wasn't too happy. I was happy, but I couldn't.
Tough.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as I walked by him, I normally speak to him. I ain't even say nothing to him. He grabbed me like, young fella, nah. You supported me, I'm going to support you. That ain't for me and you. You go out there and do your, you know what I'm saying? And him and Pop beefed the rest of the year.
Oh,
but
really?
I needed to hear that. That was my OG.
But he supported you, though. That's different. Because
I needed that.
There's not a lot of that no more. It's a lot of sneak dissing and shit. Yeah.
That was my OG. So he made it easy for me to go out there and play after that.
Second round of the 2003 playoffs, you're playing Kobe and the Lakers, who beat you last year, 3-time champs. Game 5, tied 2-2. What were you thinking when Robert Horry
Missed the shot.
shot this shot? Probably the only shot he ever missed in the clutch.
We always thinking what Tim Duncan face said all.
That shit was
Look
down,
Tim Duncan
too.
face. Watch Tim Duncan face.
That was in and out. Big shot Bob. Can we get some sound? Can we get some sound on this shit?
We can't even celebrate. Nobody can really even celebrate. That's supposed to be an L. Rob hit that shit 9 out of 10 times. I had a bad game this game too.
That shit was in. Woo!
That changed the series right there.
Jelena, were you on that team? Were you on that team or yours already gone?
Nah, he wasn't on that team. They was on their way to 4-peat.
That would have put them up 3-2. Instead, you go up 3-2.
Going back to LA.
And then you close it out game 6.
No, Tim closed it out.
Yeah.
When Tim do that game?
I don't know, but it was outrageous. He went to work. He went to work.
Let's see what Tim's numbers were.
Look at game 6 for sure, though.
37, 16, and 4.
Ooh, in LA.
To send him home.
16 for 25 from the
Ooh, Timmy.
Dog, he was crossing over. He was floaters. He was
in that jumper.
and guess who locked Shaq up low key?
Malik Rose.
Kevin Willis.
Short arm.
Came in big time.
Did he?
Big time. Had Shaq shooting hooks, pushing him and shit. He used all 6 of his fouls, but he made it hard on Shaq.
He was strong though. Short arms.
Shaq
but
had
strong.
to guard Tim. Tim was cooking Shaq.
He went size 12 too.
After round 1, so round 2 through the finals, Duncan averaged 27, 15, 5, and 3 blocks. There was an argument going around social media that Duncan was never the best player in the league.
Commercial wise, basketball player wise, he was.
So next round, Dirk talked about it on the show. He gets injured.
Thank you, Dirk. I mean, I don't say thank you, but bruh,
Appreciate you.
it was a whole different series when he got hurt.
Game 5, game 6, you're averaging 22 points per game and shooting 50% from the 3. What was your mindset during that time?
I was hooping, just happy to be out there. I knew how Pop was. You know, he wanted me to play the way they wanted to play. You know what I'm saying? The Spurs style.
And you bought in finally.
But at times, especially in the playoffs, I had to be me. You know what I'm saying? Because the throwing it inside the Tim, spacing, that's, you know, teams are scouted, they own that. And it's swing, if them threes ain't falling, you got to have somebody. So Pop started running plays for me. I was posting up, you know what I'm saying? And I can come down, I like to walk up 3.
Yep.
He started letting me play my game a little bit. And I think, it had a lot to do with Tim having a lot of confidence, going to Pop telling me to give me more shots. But
Given the okay.
I had to step up because Tim, he was in and out in that series, and Tony was definitely not having a good series because from Stephon Marbury for round 1, who he had round? He had Derek. He had a good series against the Lakers, but that series against Dallas, he was struggling.
Who was the point guard there?
Steve
Was it
Nash and Nick Van Exel.
Oh,
he was
Nick-
struggling.
Nick was
So
tough.
if you look at it, Speedy Claxton played that whole series.